Welcome back to another episode of Penny Helpjes. Today is episode 520, and this is going to start our series. I don't know how long it's going to be, where I'm going to talk about the ending of the U.S. penny here in the United States. Now, for my members, they're going to get this video when it's uploaded. On the day it's uploaded. Everyone else obviously has to wait until episode 520. So, consider becoming a member. You get to watch videos and join in the discussions while they happen in pretty much live time. So, with that said, I'm also going to start the series off with a special penny roll, which is these vintage ones that I have. I was fortunate enough last year to get a bunch of these from one of my branches, and about once every week or so, I do one of them. And typically, they have mostly copper. A couple of them have had all copper, and I see mostly copper already, except for possibly some of those bright shiny ones, but you can see all the copper in here, and this is going to be a tremendous if these here are copper, those are super shiny coppers, and this could be an all copper penny roll, which would be a tremendous I have no idea what's in them, right? Because I've never looked at them before, right? I don't pre-search my penny rolls before the videos, um and I think this is going to be a lot of fun. Okay, so for those of you who don't know, who've been living under a rock for the past, oh, we got a nice misaligned die for our first penny. I'm gonna go a little closer, so I don't have to keep zooming in to see if there's any errors or double dies or anything like that. But a nice misaligned die to start off with, on a nice looking. Make sure there's no die clash there. There's not. Okay. So, say goodbye to getting penny rolls from the bank anymore, ever. Come when? Come the beginning. I'm looking at that T. Come the beginning of 2026, right? So we're in just about the middle of 2025. So I think it's safe to say in about 8 months from now, adios, amigo. That's a nice 1964. And another nice misaligned die. I'm going to put them together. There might be a bunch of them. Boy, you could really feel the weight difference in these copper pennies. Let me pull out the my scale also, in case I get the urge to weigh any of these, which I will do in this one. And some of them I just pick up and I'm like, wow, man. It's probably just 3 something, right? It's not even 301. 3.1 is 308. So it's not even, it's a mental thing, right? You just pick some up, and for whatever reason, you just happen to notice. And it's again, but it is another nice misaligned die in beautiful, beautiful condition. Let's check out the edge real quick. So, how long? Now, again, I haven't done a massive. That's another nice misaligned. Probably more of a collar era. What year? 72. Look at the 72. I don't find too many 72s. And look how it looks like the small date on the. I'm gonna have to look at that date under the loop. Make sure it's not doubled. There's a little dot above the E and some extra thickness, like raising up of the letters in Liberty. Let me check that out real quick while I continue this discussion. Let me move the light. I didn't have the light placed correctly. There appears to be some minor doubling on the date and Liberty, very minor. The strike looks kind of weak. And again, we do have the nice misalignment. Yeah, this is probably going to be a little bit of a longer video between my talking about the and also copper pennies always demand a little extra attention. And here goes one of the shinier ones, and boom, look at these beautiful copper pennies. And this is what's going to be missed, man. This is the type of stuff. This is a $1 penny in this condition. It's in MS condition. Absolutely stunning. And it's going to be over, man. So very quickly, let me just give you my feelings on it, right? How do I feel, right? My channel is based on pennies. And I have to tell you, it's a mixed feeling. It's a mixed bag for me. Another beauty. Absolute friggin' stunner, man. Look at this. This is cheese, man. It even has the little marks from the, wow. Wow. Oh, it has a laminate. Is that a lamination error? Kind of looks like a lamination error to me. It's really cool. I'll put that to the side. So I have mixed emotions about it. Another misaligned die. Not that strong though. Because on the one hand, going on the past couple years now, I have been talking about what a beauty. Talking about pennies, doing penny roll hunts. Let me look at that under the loop. That looks so odd. I'm pretty sure it's post mint damage, but. And on the other hand, really on this the same different topic, same coin, different side of the same coin. Meaning, I feel sad because I've been doing penny roll hunting for so long, but I feel happy because I've been doing penny hunting so long. Meaning, everything's going to change, right? The discussion's going to change from I'm going to the bank getting penny rolls and I'm encouraging other people to go to the bank and getting penny rolls to what? To these are the penny rolls that I've collected from the past. And we're looking at things that you can't get anymore unless you buy them. And you can't really buy them because people aren't really selling unsearched penny rolls. They say unsearched, but they're lying. Okay, all those unsearched penny rolls you see online are lies. You think they're gonna sell you a penny roll that might have for $5 that might have a $20 error, and of course not. Of course not. They're gonna search through it, and they're gonna leave the junk behind. They're gonna say it's unsearched, and 99.9% of people are not gonna know the difference. But I've been doing this for long enough. I don't want to say so long because there's people out there who've been doing this for 20, 30 years. But I've been doing it consistently for long enough that when I pick up a penny roll, I get a sense about it. You know, like something's wrong here. The wrapper, the amount of zinc, the condition, right? It's like you're not going to find a penny roll where all 50 pennies are dirty. I mean, that is so rare that So it's like when I've picked up when I bought quotation air quotes truly unsearched penny rolls, I just get the feel, there's like zinc scents in it, which are indicative of of what they put into, they call it plants, right? They plant them. And I know that they're not that. So basically, I've given up on, I'm not saying I won't pick up one here and there just for some variety, and just to beat up on the eBay sellers and the Craigslist sellers. I'll beat up on them. I like doing that because I like to expose the hypocrisy and the lies of people and the thievery. But rolls like this are gone, man. That's it. Yeah. This is these are rare finds in the best of times, and forget about finding these post 2025. It's a wrap, man. It's a wrap. Right here, half these, I don't want to say half, but there's a good amount of these pennies here that are worth about 50 cents to $1 a piece. Those are the mint state pennies we found so far. That's finding people's collections. Forget about it, man. Whoever finds them are gonna hoard them. They're gonna search through them. They're gonna take out what's good. Okay, so back to my feelings. So I won't be able to go to the bank anymore. So I'm gonna feel really about that. I'm not. There's gonna be something missed. Remember, it's part of my routine. I talk about it. I think about it. I um I plan it out. I schedule it out. I spend half of a day doing it. It's a whole thing for me. That's gone. That part of my life is over. And it might sound stupid or but I have a routine, man. You know? I have a routine. And that part of the routine is over. It's over. And I do feel a certain way about it. I feel sad about it, to be honest with you. Thinking about it makes me sad. I saw that on the reverse. I'm going back to it. I saw that right there. Right there. It could be grease in the. Yeah, I bet you that's what it is. I bet you it's grease inside of the gutter, the rim gutter on the die. So it got grease in it, and then when went to make the strike, it can't. The plancha cannot fill it in because there's grease displacing the space, the air. Even though there are some nice little marks there, it's probably grease. But it's pretty cool too. Okay, so there's that part about it. I spoke about it for ad nauseum already. I'm sad. It's going to affect my routine. It's going to affect part of my discussion here on the channel. I talk about going on penny runs and what that means to me and how much fun I have. I have fun doing it. There's something fun. I don't do many fun things in my life. I'll be honest with you, and that's one fun thing that's going to be gone. Okay. Now, same coin, flip side. I'm going to be doing videos, right? Oh, so for those of you who don't know, right, I've been doing all these penny runs for the past, again, going on a couple years now, and I got a stockpile of pennies. It looks like about $500 so far I have in pennies. That's what it looks like from the outside. If I had to take a guess, because I know what $25 boxes of pennies look like, and even mentally, I have like a square of more than 9. I have like a square of 12, probably going up 4 rolls. So 12 would be every 4 is 100, right? Because it's 20, right? The $25 boxes. Every 4 is 100. 12. Oh, so that's more than that. It's like $900. And but because that I don't have them in tight rolls like that, the most I have is probably about $600. I don't think I have $900. $900 would be tremendous. But I think I have closer to 500, 5 or 600. Um, which at a penny roll, which remember at a penny roll a day, that's not tremendous, right? You're talking about 365 a year. Um, every 2 years is 700 or $350. So it's only about 3 years of penny rolls I have for the channel. And you might say, wow, that's a lot. Well, not really. Um, because I plan on doing this longer than 3 years, and that's it. It's gonna be something. I don't know exactly. Obviously, I'll cross the other bridge when I get there. I see that. It's just a scratch, right? Yeah, it's just a scratch. See, this one's a little darker. I won't put this into the MS roll. I put this into my B. I call it BU, but I probably have all my grades, my conditions like mixed up by one. Um, it's I don't want to say it's too late for me to change that, but my BU is probably AU, and my AU is probably low AU. So I just use BU, AU just to have but my BUs are more like this, right? Because this is like brilliant uncirculated, close to it anyway. And these are the ones I put in my MS. So I don't know. It's just the way I do things. Probably if I was going to sell them, I would change them out and to designate a more accurate condition to attach to the penny rolls. But for now, that's how I do it. I don't think it's a big deal. See, like this one goes into my AU roll, and it's definitely AU, but it's dark. It's really dark, and that's why I'm not putting into my BU roll. But my BU rolls, they're lighter, but they're not MS. So that's my whole logic behind it. That's nonsensical logic, and that's just how I do it. You'll have your own way of doing things, and huh. See the reason I don't think this is a mint error is because the die strikes down, right? Doesn't strike to the side. If it was done at the mint, it would be after it was minted. It could still be done at, like, maybe from the ejection. There was a piece of metal filing or something. Hard to tell, man. It's not worth anything. It really has to, even though this one does have this other discoloration there. That's an interesting discoloration. It's not worth anything above the what's that called? It's an AU penny, so maybe it's worth a quarter. Beautiful, beautiful coin, misaligned die. I don't know. It looks like you could even see some of the zinc showing through. I don't know what that is there. I guess those are dark spots. Looks like a little X or a Y. Let me make sure that's not anything special. I doubt it. No, it's just a dark spot. We do have some doubling in the Liberty. I see the doubling on the E, really. Then we got some notching in the other letters. Oh, that W in the we also has some nice. Look, can you see it in the W? Pretty obvious. Might be a weak double die. I'll put it to the side. It's in really great condition, so that obviously helps. Another 72. Maybe the 72 just has a weak strike or a weak look of the motto. So that's gonna. So again, I have enough. I have enough pennies to get me through a few years, and I got 8 months now, or whatever, 7 months. Who knows? Who knows if it ends at the end of this year? They might. You never know. I might have 5 more months, and that's it. 5 6 months. So let me just talk about my plans, right? And well, that'll probably be the end of that this part of the discussion for this video. And I'll be talking about other aspects of the significance of um, no more pennies for the U.S. in later videos until I'm done talking about it. What a beauty! Too bad it has those black dark spots. Mm. See, I won't put this into the AU. Excuse me, I won't put this into the BU or the mint state, even though it is really, really nice because of the dark spots. I'll probably put this, and that has some damage on the back. I don't know what that's from. I'll put this into my AU roll. They'll get a nice shiny penny, but I have a little extra damage. So that's, anyway. So my plans. What are my plans? My plans are to probably step up how often I go to banks. Maybe even make some stops at banks that I'm not a member of, and just say, "Hey, do you got penny rolls?" And if they say, "You a member? Do you want to be?" I'm like, "God, forget it," and just never go back there. But a lot of these banks, if you just go in and you smile and you say, "Can I have some?" They don't even ask you for ID or anything like that. And if they do, just I'd say, "All right, forget it. Just want to know if you had pennies." And try to get at least $200 or $300 more in penny rolls before the end of the year. That's really going to be my ultimate goal. If I get another extra $300, that's like an extra 2 years of content, and that's really where I'm at. That's really what I've been thinking about. Like, what am I going to do for my channel, and what's going to happen to the channel, which I started talking about a little bit before. That the conversation is going to stop from. It's going to stop from, oh yeah, I'm going to go get more pennies and we're going to go check out, and to, there is no more pennies, right? And of course, the day that they stop doing it, that's going to be for the chat, for me anyway, it's going to be a big deal. And I just won't be getting any more pennies anymore from the bank, you know. And I guess I'll have to start preparing myself to transitioning to something else. Which maybe is healthy, right? I don't know, but there's some people do the same thing for 10, 20 years on YouTube. I mean, I don't know about all that healthy stuff, but but I know I'm gonna, I want to plan for it. You know what I mean? I guess that's all I'm saying. I want to plan for it, and make sure that I'm not, uh, ill prepared for what's going to come next. Because again, I do spend quite a bit of time doing this, and yeah, that's a pretty common mark there. I don't know why. It must be from the crimp roll, right? Crimp roll machine, just catching the top of the head. It's a pretty common mark that you'll find on old copper pennies. And here goes, no, no, no. The ones that were really shiny were the last ones there. And I said, oh, maybe those are the zinc ones, but there are a couple more really shiny ones, as you can see. The next two including this one. Yeah, these are just absolutely, look, another great misaligned die. And I mean, I have the microscope, so obviously that's going to be a big. Look at all the zinc on this. You can see the zinc showing through. That's a lot. That's kind of pretty. That one might have some extra value on it just from. It's on both sides. Yeah, it's on both sides. It's pretty cool. On the front though, it's a little more spotty. It's that's a really cool penny. And I don't exactly know how that. And I guess that'll be kind of fun to right to transition to the microscope. Um, I mean, it's going to be kind of weird for me, right? Going from. I mean, this not for nothing, man. This camera's pretty clear. Gotta wonder what caused that, right? Camera's pretty clear, and I think it does a pretty good job. And I got the loop on the side, but we're gonna go from that to microscope, and that's gonna be a whole. That's gonna be a trip. Um, I don't know. I've seen people use microscopes before, and I kind of like it, to be honest with you. I'm gonna put this with the other. I'm gonna put that penny with the other one that has that little mark on the corner. That's the one with the line in the head. I want to keep them together. Yeah, there it goes. All right, so I'll put those two together. So I mean, I have the microscope and it's ready to go. And I don't know if that would make. I don't think it's going to make the videos any. Like I don't think I'll be able to do two episodes like from one penny roll. I don't know. I don't know. I'll have to do some more research on that. I've seen people through hundreds and hundreds of pennies from one in one video, so I doubt that. So it's probably it'll probably just change. I don't know what it'll change. Maybe I won't. Maybe it won't even make sense, right? Maybe I won't use the microscope. I don't know. So these are the things that are going through my head, just to share that with you. You know, put that. Oh, what's that? See, even with the camera, I catch these little things. These very small. I might even. Most people won't even look at the edge on a microscope. You can't because you from when you go from here to here, it's a whole different resolution. You know, so you'd have to change, and people don't do that. They just flip them over. They're not going to look so. So microscope views miss nine. Most of them, if not all of them, miss the edge, and so I don't know if I'm even going to do it. Who knows? Probably doesn't even matter. All right, nice looking penny though. So that's where we're at. No more pennies come the beginning of 2026. Who knows if it's this is it? And would not surprise me if they're just if they're saying the beginning of 2026 to keep people from going bananas, getting like, with the pennies at the banks. And this is really just the last. It would not surprise me if there's no pennies. I'm going to treat it like there's going to be no pennies in 2026. All right. That's how I'm going to, if there are pennies and I go to the bank and they still got pennies in the beginning of 2026, I'm just going to consider that to be a bonus. But I'm going to treat it like there's going to be no more pennies come 2026. Wow. Look how brilliant that is. Wow. It almost has two different tones, right? It looks like reddish there and goldish on the reverse. Wow. Yeah, it has two different tones. That's a absolute stunner. Now, to end this video, I'd like to really talk a little bit very quickly about the fact that how many of you out there who are still here, number one, if you're still here, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Hopefully everybody's clicked like, subscribe, and all that nonsense up to this point. And I gotta look at that E. I gotta look at the Liberty under the loop. How many of you out there have been cognizant, aware of the fact that there has not been one zinc cent in this whole video? I'm gonna let that sink in a little bit. There has not been one zinc cent in this whole video. And what does that mean? That means this is an extremely, extremely rare penny roll that we hunted through today. I mean, we got 4 more pennies, but I don't think any of these are zinc either. We got 4 more. We got those 4 left, or 5. Yeah, there's some doubling going on. I think it's mechanical, though, to be honest with you. I think it's just mechanical doubling. Super rare, right? So most likely what it means is that the person means one of two things. One, either the person did the penny roll prior to, right? We haven't even found in 1982. So prior to 1982, they made the penny rolls, so there were no zinc cents when they did the penny rolls. These penny rolls smelt like basement when I first got them, and obviously from being in a dry room for the past year, they have the basement smell has gone away. Another thing is that we found not one mint mark cent, right? So again, it's telling me that this person consciously saved their pennies, and it wouldn't surprise me if they put their D mint marks and the S mint marks someplace else. Because to have not even 1 out of 50 it just seems statistically improbable. If that R, that looks double too. Let me look at that under the loop. Hard to tell. It's kind of blurry. It could be, but it's so weak. It's probably worthless, irregardlessly. Yes, I make up my own words when I feel like it. All right. So put that with what do you think, the fines or the AUs? I'll put that with the fines. And really I'll probably never get, over the course of the next 6-7 months, I'm probably never going to get another penny roll like these ever again. So that's another thing that's going to be a little on the sad side. On the happy side is that I got another 40 or 50 of them, which is maybe another year or year and a half's worth of, if I do one every week or week and a half, leave those 2 for the last. Let me check out that Liberty. Oh, that E has nice doubling. Oh wow, you can see the original squeeze. That's what I think. I think that's an original squeeze. You can see the separation in the E. I'll go closer just so you can see it. Let me change the light. The light's coming from this side, so maybe, can you see it? Right now it would be on the right side. Even though I see the doubling on the left, it's really on the right. on the long line of the E. See that? Oh, that's nice. And it's a really nice condition penny. Might be worth a buck or two. Switch those around. And here go our last two. These are the ones that I said if there were any zinc, it would be these because of how absolutely stunning they are. Yeah, this is beautiful. Either grease or collar era. Absolutely stunning, man. Absolutely stunning. Yeah. I'm going to miss these when they're gone, man. Big time. So we got the microscope as far as things to do things differently. Maybe setting up a little mini studio here in my office. Wow. Absolutely stunning, man. That's crazy, man. Absolutely crazy, crazy pennies, man. Crazy pennies. Look at this, man. Yeah, they might. I mean, because the penny's in such great condition, something like that might make it a little bit extra attractive to someone to buy it for a buck or two. Wow, crazy, man. Okay, so that's it, man. You got my bleeding heart. I'm really gonna miss um, going to the bank. I guess people who are tired of hearing me talk about it, then you guys get a little an extra bonus. But I mean, I remember I got that silver $50 from the bank. I got some really valuable coins from the bank, pennies. It's it's gonna be weird, man. It's gonna be a weird time for the U.S. for a while. No more pennies. It's gonna be weird. Maybe the channel will just morph into a butterfly. Maybe I'm just an ugly caterpillar. I'm a moth, an ugly caterpillar, a chrysalis, and the channel will morph into a beautiful butterfly. And anyway, that'll be part of the next. If I remember, I could put it on a sticky, but I like doing things a little freestylish. But and definitely one of the future videos, maybe the next video, we're gonna talk about the history of the U.S. penny, right? Because our current penny it's called a small cent, right? Prior to, I believe, and I'll do some research during the video, probably stopping the video. I'm not gonna prepare for it ahead of time, but it's gonna be clunky, and that's just the way the channel goes. I'm not making enough, and I'll never make enough money off this channel for it to really be put that type of time and effort into it. But it'll be a little clunky, but I will put the energy into it during the video because I believe the small cent started the Indian head penny in 1959. I don't know if there was a small cent prior to that, and that's really where the this whole journey of the U.S. penny starts, was with the 1959 penny. Oh, last thing, what I'll probably end up doing. I meant to mention it before, and I started looking at the penny. One of the things I probably will do is I probably will go to the bank and start getting those box of regular pennies, the federal wrap pennies. I will probably start doing that. There are other banks that I don't go to, and but they don't usually carry but I'm gonna start getting boxes of pennies from them. Just to have, maybe I'll get $300 or $400. You know what I mean? And I got one box right now, one and a half, and maybe underneath the microscope, those would be the types of penny rolls will be pretty cool to go through. The Federal wrapped ones, the Loomis rolls. I know two banks where I can get the Federal wrap, three banks off the top of my head. So when I go to them, they're like, "Oh, we got no pennies." I'm like, "Customer wrap pennies." I'm going to say, "Do you got the Federal ones?" And I'm going to pick up a box every single time. And I think between now and next January, February, I'll probably get about 20 or 30 boxes. So even if it's 20, that's like $500, right? If they're $24 a box. So 10 is 250, and then 20 is $500. So $500 extra in addition to the what I got. I think that'll get us through the next 7-8 years, and that's about as far as I'd like to think ahead. The next 7-8 years, 10 years. But anyway, I gave a little extra commentary for those of you who are interested in hearing me talk about this type of stuff. Um, I'm interested in it, so I'm assuming, and that the channel has. I didn't do. I know some people said that they like when I do the analytics of the channel. Um, Probably by the time this video is showing, I am very close to, if not past, 15,000 subscribers. And for a penny roll channel, that's pretty good. Here's the analytics for those who are interested. If you want to compare them to previous videos, you can. We're getting close to that 400,000 views it's per 28 days, right? Per 28 days. I haven't been able to hit that 400,000 views, that 4,000 watch time hours. I haven't been able to crack that, even though it's going up. I haven't. Those are two marks I've never been able to hit. I was at 1,100 at my highest of subscribers per 28 days. We're at 931. Of course, that's awesome. 931 subscribers is more subscribers than 99% of the channels out there have in total. Doing about $150 a month. It's enough to get pennies and drive around and get a sandwich here and there. 26,000 views. This is per 28, per 28. Is it per 28 days? No. It's per 48 hours. Per 48 hours. About 26, 27. It goes up to about 32,000, right? It varies depending on the time of day and the day of the week. But they were at 14,142 subscribers. Again, by the time this video is shown, it will be so if people show no interest in my analytics, I'll stop doing the analytics. I mean, I would prefer to keep my videos to about 15 minutes. This has been almost a 45-minute video, and I only did it that long because of all copper, right? All copper penny roll. Beginning of the talking about the end of the U.S. penny. So I made it a special video and an extra long video, but usually I try to keep my videos to about 15 minutes, to be honest with you. So, yeah, that's that, right? God bless. Hopefully everybody's clicked the like and subscribe button up at this point. And this is episode, what I say, 520. And I will see you in episode 521. I guess that'll be part 2 of the discussion about the ending of the U.S. penny.